How's it, everyone? Welcome to Race Space. Tonight we are back with some Rally Fighters action here in the Rallycross series that we run. And I'm K9, and joining me on the stream right now in the chat is Matsutsi. How's it going, Matt?
Evening, everyone. It's going good.
Yeah, are you looking forward to racing here at Lydden Hill?
Yeah, not to crashing. I'm hoping, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was last season you and I had a big crash here through the Joker lap. The cars were in pieces.
I remember lots of crash
yeah.
Rallycross.
But I'm not racing supers tonight, so hopefully you won't have a crash. But alright, so for this first race we have Ali, which is your brother, in that matching Ford. We've got Palm, Kenny. Joining us back here tonight is TKB. We haven't seen him in a long time, and he's bringing a VW. We don't have a lot of those on the grid right now, so it's awesome to see one there. And Ratek is racing now as well, so he'll be joining us later in the streams on the chat. But yeah, let's get this one going. I think that's everybody. We've got 5 drivers here, and everyone's thumbs up and ready to go. They're eager to get started. Also, what's quite nice to see in this race is every single one of those cars is a different car.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier.
Yes. Usually we get like a couple of the same cars, lots of Fords in the series, lots of Audis. But yeah, good to see a complete mix here. Always a good track, this one. It always has some action on it.
Yeah. One of my first tracks to take practice on Rallycross discovering this series.
Yeah, and it's a favorite amongst a lot of Rallycross fans.
Yeah, I'm confused between Lydden Hill and L. These are really good tracks.
Yeah.
I remember in L I did the reverse entry. I cannot forget that.
Unfortunately, I don't think you.
I don't remember actually.
The Fords being there. I think you joined the one after that, which was we did Brands Hatch.
Oh yeah. Then I missed. Yeah, was even issue with the clamp.
But we're at Lydden now, so you can race Lydden. Anyways, so we got the VW there of TK Bear on the front, so he's got a good position here in his first race back.
Ooh, really late start from Ratek and TK Bear.
It is, so Kenny Shep stays out on the standard. I think TK Bear follows him on the standard lap, so all 3 other cars went Joker. Tight squeeze there for them. Ali's through. I think the 2 guys behind definitely made mistakes because they're still just coming out of that Joker now.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
So that's
there some damage.
Yeah, you can see Ratek. I think he entered the Joker first. He came out towards the back there. So this has helped Kenny now, who's in front, and even TKB, who didn't take the Joker. He wouldn't have got involved in any of that mistake there at the start.
Yeah, was sending it to the curb.
I think also just getting used to Rallycross again. He's had a bit of a break from racing for quite a few months. Just runs it slightly wide there, but not too much of a train wreck there. Ali, though, closing that gap behind him. Ali has taken his Joker. Full send there.
That grass section really gets your car oversteer there.
Yeah. And I think especially in this rain, I think you can see he's just full centered there a bit too much. Just needs to tidy it up slightly. Let's take a look there at Ratek, who's got Palm right behind him, full send into him, side by side, but I think Palm came off worse there. He's nose first into the wall, so that's unfortunate for him. I think as the night goes on, we're going to see these guys doing a bit better, but obviously everyone getting used to the track and these conditions, and yeah, we're gonna.
Also, yeah, some of the guys here didn't expect even the rain.
Yeah, they didn't. They were a bit shocked to see it. It is on the calendar, but I don't
Yeah.
think everyone is checking the calendar religiously enough.
So, yeah.
You can see there, I think that was TKB there
Yeah, taking his Joker.
in front of Ratek there. So he's not done too bad if he's I don't know, has he taken his Joker, TKB? Yeah, he just took it now. So
he just did this lap.
Because we're missing on the side the names, so I don't really know what order they're in right now.
Screen.
Yeah, it's not on my screen, unfortunately.
Yeah, but we have it.
So it looks like I would imagine it was Kenny that won that race. Second was, maybe you just want to call it out because we didn't have the things on the side. But we see it now. It's Kenny, Ali, TKB, Ratek, and Palm. Alright, so that is qualifying 1, race 1 done. So we're on to race 2, and Carlo, you'll be in this one.
Yeah, I'll be racing here.
And it's quite a full race if everybody makes it. It looks like we're going to have lots of cars in each race tonight. Sometimes we don't see that many, but tonight we're going to see a lot of guys racing. So for this one we have Matsutsi, we have Danielson, which is Eric, we've got Kento, Marquetti, Dusty, and Berries. So it's some difficult guys you got there, Carlo.
Yeah.
Good luck. I'll leave you to it.
They will need it. If maybe I will let it, I will take it before.
Yeah. I'll let you concentrate. Good luck in your race.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Frantic start there to the race.
Yeah, we didn't quite see what happened in the Joker there, but obviously something happened.
Yeah, it's a slight contact there with Palm. Doesn't help when you come off that line with the wrong camera view. You're trying to hold the gears and stuff. Yeah, so apologies to Palm there. I did give him a bit of a nudge where he didn't come off too well, but managed to stay in front of me. But yeah, tricky conditions, wet conditions out there in Lyddon.
Definitely.
Not what I've been practicing with. Hope some of the guys have had a chance to practice there.
Yeah, we just mentioned that it is on the calendar, but people not always checking.
Yep. No, I fall victim into that category big time. It's easily done. Yeah, my mistake. But no, good returning racer for TKB. Could see him having a solid result. I know he hasn't had time to do much practice.
We're just trying to see if Eric's coming, because he's the last one that would be here, but we're not sure if he's going to make it.
This race at the moment looking to return back to what we've seen a lot of, the Ford versus Audi battle.
Yeah, we got the Ford showdown here. It's 2 sets of teammates there, and Matsutsi as well.
Yeah, they're looking strong. The Savage Racing, Dusty and Berries. It's a strong combination of getting points. Kent's obviously doing well, coming off of third from his last round in the final, wasn't it? So best result so far in the season.
Yeah, he's had a good run there in Brands Hatch. He's hoping obviously to continue it through here into the next British track. So I haven't seen any recent word from Eric, so I think we're going to have to go with this one. I hope he gets sorted though with qualifying 2, because I think he's in the race immediately after this as well.
Would be great to get him out there on track. Hope he's got everything sorted.
But
obviously,
anyways,
I didn't see what happened up at the front of that race, but Kenny Shep obviously dominated the first round of the first race of qualifying.
We didn't really see much of him on the cameras. I also didn't have the list of drivers on the side, so I wasn't quite sure who to call leading the race there, but I'm pretty sure he led the whole way, because it was Kenny and TK were the only two not to take the Joker on the first lap.
Yeah, I followed three of us in there, and as I say, it was a decision that I'd made from an awful launch. Wasn't in the right gear, wasn't with the right camera view, but Berry's having a good starting position there. Kento alongside him. Mark Quirty. We know Mark Quirty gets awesome launches, doesn't he?
He does. So it seems to be a controller thing, because De Napoli and the lights also some of the best launches in the lights, and
I would expect to see Mark Quirty in between these two, the front row, by the time they launch and get to this first or second line.
I think the thing with the controller is because a lot of the guys you're not you're not using gears; it's all automatic. So basically, at this point, you can just rev the car, and then it doesn't move until the lights go green. I don't think so. You can't even jump the start. I don't think on a controller.
Dusty sat there. You'd expect him to fire off to the Joker. It all depends on whether Kento does, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah, but to be honest, if Kento does, he's still, depending on how good Dusty's launch is, he might sort of get forced that way anyway. So it is a tough one. Epic launch there from the two Fords. Berry's a bit further behind. Dusty goes standard with everyone else, so the only person there is
Dusty just scraping the barrier there.
It seems he came off better though than Mark Quirty. Mark Quirty on controller there, just struggling a bit to regain control. So Dusty's out in front. What happened to Carlo? Because Carlo took the standard and he was out ahead there, I think, for a bit.
Carlo's in that second spot at the moment.
He is. Berry's looks like he's got damage.
Yeah, extremely carrying heavy damage right from the word go, but worked out for Dusty, and he'll be looking concentrating now at this part of the season on championship points, won't he? Because Kenny
is. It's a battle now between him and Kenny. I think Dusty managed a couple more to pull a bit of a gap on Kenny with that jump start in Brands Hatch, so he's not as close as he was, so he won't be panicking as much as he was last round, but it's still critical that he gets good positions here, because we know Kenny can do it, and Kenny's could quite easily take...
Oh, Mark Quirty out wide there.
Yeah, he just runs it wide.
Letting Kento in, and Matsushi right on his bumper as well.
Kento has taken his Joker though, so he's leading the pack of guys that has done the Joker. But just as I was saying there quickly with the points is we know Kenny... Ooh, big crash. These guys don't want me to talk about points. They want me to talk about them.
Points? What are you on about points for? This is on-track action here. So Berry's will be looking to get... Still behind Kento at the moment, but he's made a lot of ground on him.
Definitely. And Mark Quirty's currently at the back, so Berry's has made a position up. So he'll be a bit pleased that some of these guys are making mistakes, just to help him gain a couple positions here.
It's still going to be close with Matsushi yet to do his Joker. He does die for it now. Kento's going to stay on the standard lap, so it's going to be close. Exit merge between these two, and Berry's is there hunting right in between. So,
but it looks like Berry's could have made it though, side by side there with Matsushi. Matsushi keeps it tight. He flicks the tail out, and Berry's gets sent out. So that was a tail whip there, but it wasn't intentional. But we know how long the back of that Ford is.
That long Ford, it's definitely a hazard, and Berry's knew the risks of being on the outside, I reckon, going into that corner.
Yeah, and so Kento there is going to come over the line in second place. Matsutsi is going to cross in third. Berry's in fourth, backwards in
Backwards,
style.
giving it a big.
And Marquardt, with quite a bit of damage there, he'll finish in fifth for this round. So
Unfortunate for him as well, because he was at second at one point. So
and epic launches from him and Kento off the line. That was very good launches from those Fords.
I think the team's been practicing on them launches there.
Yeah. So it looks like we're in for an interesting night, I think, of racing here at Lyddon.
I think it's going to be another night of mixed results. We saw that one mistake was at Marquardt. He just clipped the barrier with the back end, and that's always a highlight of this track. Is you'll see many people doing that. I'm sure I'll do it at some point. As you go to standard lap, you can catch the back end where the Joker emerges.
Yeah, so for qualifying 2 now, race 1, we have Marquardt, we have Ali, we have Palm, we've got Eric if he's around, and we got Matt, which is TK.
Yeah, so TK Bear, he'll be. He's had his first run. That'll familiarise him a lot, but obviously he's had a lot of time out from this. So he was finding it hard before to find a comfortable feeling again with the car. But as the night progresses, I'm sure you'll become a lot stronger. As I say that, he beat me in race 1, so I'm already kind of miffed that he has returned to the championship. You start talking, you're from a commentary perspective, and then you just think, hang on, he just beat me in a race, so yeah he's already on pace. You know what I mean? It's kind of...
but he was struggling a little bit. We could see that he just ran a couple of corners wide, but I mean, I think he said something like it's been 10 months or something, so I mean, that's a long break, but I'm sure he'll get back into it. He was last season one of the strongest competitors at the beginning of the season, so I'm sure he'll be back on form in no time. Anyways, we've got 4 cars. We're just missing Eric here, so he says it's still not quite working. He's testing some other stuff, so I think we're going to have to go again without him. I hope he can at least make one race tonight. I'm just double checking. We've got Marquardt, Ali, Palm, and Carlo. No, sorry, not Carlo. TK. That's the one. Alright. Into the race we go. So in a way they'll be a bit happy because it gives them some room now. A 4-car race.
Yeah, it's definitely one of them tracks where a lot of cars can hinder you, especially through the first section, through that red section on lap 1. Yeah,
lap 1 if everyone goes that way. But I've found a couple of times on this track that you expect everyone to go there, so you go Joker, and then you end up everybody's in the Joker, which is even tighter.
yeah.
So
it can work out like that. It's one of them tracks. I think it's a perfectly placed Joker to have it there off that launch. So you've got that decision to make within split seconds. You know, it is literally split seconds, and sometimes you can make the wrong one, and sometimes it can work out for you if you go into the Joker and you're on your own, or you're in the front of that leading pack going into the Joker. As long as no mistakes are made, because it is super tight.
It is.
Has that rain got a little bit heavier, I'd say?
Yeah, the weather's gotten worse for qualifying.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right for Britain, mate.
Yeah, wait till the snow comes.
Yeah, that's about right for this week.
Oh, jump start from Ali. It's Ali.
Oh no,
Ali with a jump start. So he's pulling. Didn't his brother do that in Brands Hatch? So
yeah, you could see him moving a hell of a lot before the lights had even decided to change. But
Marquardt leading this with Palm right on his tail.
TK Bear's gone for the Joker. Got plenty of clean air now, just to do his own race, hasn't he?
He has.
So
it looks like Palm got through there. So Palm leading this race right now.
Typical swap cameras and positions changed.
It looks like TKB might catch up to Marquetti as well at some point here. I think just saw Palm there run it slightly wide, but hasn't seemed to hurt his race too much right now.
TK Bear at the moment is in a strong position. He's jokered and he's onto the back of Marquetti, and Palm isn't too far up the road, so
exactly.
Doing a great job.
He's just not going to want to get
wide, though.
Very, very wide the whole way around. He's touching the back of his car on that wall the whole way around.
Commentator's curse
that's
again.
That's a drift move there. He's trying to get bonus points.
I love that bottom turn. You carry so much speed, and
and it always looks good in a mini. It always,
it definitely does.
Ooh, right over in the grass there. He takes his joker lap now. Where is he going to come out here? According to
Marquetti goes into the lead. Palm. Oh,
Palm's
did
had
make
a crash
a bit of a
there.
mistake.
So TKB has overtaken him as well. So now we know Marquetti needs the joker. Can he get a clean joker in here? And where's it going to place him in comparison to...
About 4 seconds behind is TK Bear, so it's going to be close coming out on the merge.
It's going to be very close, especially depending on how quickly he gets through this joker here. He also goes quite a bit there onto the grass, runs it wide there. A very, very 90-degree turn there, but
neck and neck,
side by side. It's a drag race down to the corner. Ooh! And that's the second time we've seen a Ford tail whip a smaller car.
That's something to be wary about tonight, isn't it?
Those Fords, but he runs it wide. And someone's left some cones in the track. I don't know, didn't know there was cones here.
I think, just coming off that top turn, there is a couple out wide, so somebody's been out wide right now, but Marquetti going to take a win.
TK Bear in second, and Palm will cross the line in third. He'll be a little annoyed about his mistake in that joker, I'm sure, because it was looking strong for him until that point, but... as I said earlier when the first guys were racing in the first race, I think we're going to see the guys getting stronger as the qualifying progresses here. It's always the case, just as guys are getting used to the track again. So now for race 2 of qualifying 2, we've got Kenny.
Looking forward to this one.
We've got you. Radtech, we've got Berries, Dusty, Carlo, Kento, and Palm will be my cameraman.
This is going to be a strong heat.
It is, and it's a lot of cars.
Right, I shall leave you to it. I'll see you on the other side, as they say.
Cool, man. Have a good run.
Cheers, man.
So we got 3 Audis in this one, 2 Fords and a Citroen. The guys look ready to go. So let's get this underway. Obviously the weather stays the same to make it fair in the rounds, so each race per round has the same weather. Bit more fair than it is in real life, because obviously in real life there's a couple different factors in rallycross that can affect your run. Some tracks it's track progression, as the weather plays a part, the cars eating up the track plays a part, but in games that's not the case. You get a track to whatever settings you want every time. So if you wanted to see some action, you will now, because we have 5 cars on sorry, 6 cars on track right now, and yeah, it's the pretty much all the leaders so far in the season. We've got Dusty, who's winning the championship right now. We've got Kenny is in second place. We have Berries, I think, is third. We've got, I think, Kento is fourth, and fifth is Ratek, I think. It's a top 5 all in this race. Ooh. Oh, so many jump starts. We've lost 3 cars. 3 cars are gone in this. I can't believe it. So from a 6-car race to a 3-car race, just like that. Is it Kento or is it Kenny that disconnected? I'm trying to figure it out. We've got Matsutsi currently leading this race. It's Kento. Kenny! That's not what he wants. He's desperately trying to fight for the championship here, and he has jump started again. So this is a repeat of the finals from Brands Hatch. We've lost Ratek and Kenny, who took... who else did they take with them? They've taken... It's Dusty as well. I can't believe it. So all unbelievable. Kento's leading this race though right now, but he has... Sorry, not Kento. It's Matsutsi leading the race right now, but he hasn't taken his Joker lap yet. The other 2 cars have taken their Jokers. Sends it quite wide there, so that'll hurt him a little bit. But he seems to have pulled a bit of a gap. It's very weird checking Berries there fighting, but he's made it up into second. So he's going to hope once Matsutsi jokers that he can find a way past. The good thing for these guys at the moment is that they know that pretty much the guys that generally get the fastest times in a qualifying session are all out of this one. So qualifying 2 is there for the taking. Matsutsi had a mistake, so it's put him to the back. He hasn't taken his Joker yet either, so it's looking like this is going to be Berry's round. How is his time going to stack up against the guys from race 1 though? Ooh, just getting a bit too sideways there, Kento. Ooh, and Matsutsi into the barrier. So it just shows how tough that Joker lap can be. Berry's just keeping it clean now that he's out ahead. Those are the cones that we saw knocked over earlier. So Berries is going to cross the line here in first place, and I wonder if it'll be enough for first overall in this round, but we'll see that later. Kento sends it fully sideways over the line. And now Carlo coming to the end. He sends it fully sideways before the line, and he's doing a 360. He's showing us how he sends that car backwards into corners. But all 3 do finish the race, so that is good news for them. Bad news for the British guys though. You can see all 3 of those guys that jumped it. This is sort of their home race, so not good news for them. Anyways, our race winner there, Berries, should be joining the chat in a second or two, because he will be taking over cameras for this next race. Thanks to Palm, our cameraman, for that one. But Palm is not in this race. We have for this one Ratek, Makurti, Matsutsi. Eric should be on this one, and TKB. So Dusty is also not in this one. Let me just check my messages to see if Eric has said anything. Sounds like we've got berries in the chat.
Evening, guys.
How's it going, man? What happened there? We lost.
Oh my word! I just had to tell the guys you just gave me the easiest win ever.
Yeah. And it's both guys fighting for the championship were the ones to jump it there.
Yep. I think that's left qualifying wide open now.
Well, that's what I said. That's the first time that you pretty much think, I mean, that's open. Usually it's one of about 4 guys that usually win a qualifying round in these supers, and pretty much 3 of those guys were out this go. So that's helped the other guys that round a lot. But
also, it's so hard to catch up those 0 points. They'll probably be lucky just to get off the top, maybe 7 or 8.
But we do know that they can win rounds, so they will catch up, I'm sure. But will it be enough? That is the question. Anyways, so yeah, we should have. I think Dusty needs to go, so I'm just going to remove him. It is Ratek, Marquerti, Carlo, Eric. Still no word from Eric, I don't think, which is unfortunate. TKB. So I think it's everyone, just missing Eric. But I think we're going to have to go because we can't wait around. I'm hoping that he does at least make one race, because it would be a pity if he got it sorted in time for the finals, but he can't race because he didn't qualify.
Yeah, hopefully he is able to make it. It'll make the semi-finals that much more interesting if he can.
Definitely. Anyways, so the guys are ready. So can Ratek redeem himself from... It was Ratek and Kenny that jump-started in the finals in Brands Hatch. So it's every time we get a 6-car race, there's a jump start.
It seems like it. So it looks like we had 4 jump starters in that last round.
It was 3.
We had
Four total, but 3 in one race. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I couldn't. My jaw dropped. I didn't even know what to say. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
That was chaos.
But it just shows you how eager these guys are to get a good start against their fellow competitors.
Yep.
So TKB there with a nice starting position. You would assume he would take his standard lap there. Ratek might look at the Joker now. And Carlo possibly for the Joker as well, I would say, depending on how good their starts are. And that's Marquerti at the back there with his windscreen wipers going already. I didn't see if your windscreen wipers were on or not. Do you race with the windscreen wipers on?
I did race with my windscreen wipers on, but I wasn't in the cockpit.
Yeah, you're not in the cockpit, so it won't affect you too much.
Yeah, I just turned them on just to make sure it looks proper.
Anyways, you can check. So those 2 guys did go the Joker, as I took a guess, but Ratek runs it wide, and he gets Carlo up the inside, gets a bit of a knock there in the wet, which makes things a bit worse. So that's not what they wanted. Carlo again takes a knock. Ratek into the barriers again. So yeah, that's not working out for them. We got TKB has worked his way into the front already, but he overcooked it there. I think just sent it a bit too sideways, and Marquerti gets it back. So the guys are struggling. I don't know, it could be this weather. How was the weather on this track? Because it's the same as it was last round.
It's very wet. You don't just have a slippery track to contend with, you've also got puddles. So you've got, especially down here, between turn 1 and 2, there's puddles all along this dirt section. And
so where would you say is the worst sort of puddles that you can remember?
It's got to be that section between turn 1 and 2. It's really bad through this section. If you get too much on the puddles, it spits the car sideways.
Yeah. Ooh, you can see Carlo's had a mistake there. That's your puddle section you were talking about, I think.
No, the puddles are just after that. But now see,
so
Mark
Ratek,
must have gone sideways over that start-finish line.
yeah,
It's a
and in the
common
wet,
mistake.
it's hard to recover, especially in these conditions. And he'll be carrying a lot of damage, I think, from hitting those barriers in the Joker lap earlier.
I think so. He's definitely going to be struggling for pace now.
So Mark Quirty is leading currently, but he hasn't taken the Joker by the looks of things. TK Bear in second, so he's leading the guys that have Jokered.
If TK can make up a bit of time, I think it could be close between these two. I think we're looking at about 4.5 seconds in the Joker lap.
I think TK Bear's not doing too bad. If you think he's come back, it's his first race in a good long couple months, and also he's in a different car than he's ever used in these championships. He's obviously, in the past, he's used the Honda and the Ford. So it's nice to see him. Nice to see him trying something different. And
oh, that's deep. Oh no, that's too much. I missed it.
he's sent it straight into the barriers.
That Joker lap is very slippery though.
That's dropped him into second behind TK Bear. So TK Bear will be happy if he can just hold this to the end now. He'll pick up a heat win here.
It's wide again.
It's always nice to get a heat
That
win
is a full send.
when you first come back. Yeah, typical Carlo, but he didn't hold it unfortunately, and now he's on the wrong side of the barriers. And yeah, so I think Carlo there and Ratek, they're just struggling with lots of damage right now. TK Bet takes a heat win there in his first day back in Rallycross, so that's good for him. McCurdy in second. Full send backwards. Where is he? I don't even know where that is on track.
That's at the top of the track on the hairpin there.
Jeez, so he's just doing some moves for us now. I think he's just showing off. Over the line he goes in third, and Ratek not having the best of runs here either after that jump start, so it's not looking good for him, unfortunately, points wise, I would imagine. I think luckily everyone will make it to the semis, so he could still win, but he's just not going to get the most points in the qualifying, unfortunately.
Yep.
Alright, so now we are into qualifying 3, race 2. We've got Kenny, we've got Dusty, Kento, Berries are in this one, Palm. So Palm getting in there with the faster guys this run, so he had a decent run there in Brands Hatch. And we have Ali as well. So another 6-car. Can we break the curse of jump starts in a 6-car race? Because we haven't seen a 6-car race for a long time because guys keep jump starting. Come on, Ryan, go give them a speech in the chat and make sure that nobody
oh, shame.
We've got to have a 6-car race. It's been too long.
Yeah.
The fans want to see a 6-car race.
It's very interesting if we can get all 6 cars off the line. I think the guys have learnt their lesson though. Okay, I'll mute myself so I can race. I'll be back for the next round.
Cool, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
So Mark should be joining us in a second.
Yeah, I am here, mate. Yeah.
How's it going? Yeah, it looked unlucky once again for you. That's two races right in a row. We couldn't believe we were just talking about the 6-car curse. Is every time we get 6 cars, people jumpstart. Nobody wants to do a 6-car race. We had it in Brands Hatch, the first 6-car race there, with jump starts, and again the first 6-car race in this one with jump starts. So we're hoping this second one works a bit better.
Yep. From my side, terrible. Let's move on. It's been one of them nights so far. I just haven't been able to perform to what I expect, but jump starts and jokers seem to have been my issue.
Wasn't just you with the jump start, it was Dusty and Kenny as well. How often do you see that?
Yeah, this track definitely I mean, I hadn't even released my handbrake. Did get my wheel spinning, and that slight movement on track is classed as a DQ. So
I suppose isn't it like a bit of isn't it a bit of a hill there as well, like a slight slope on the start line?
Yeah, and you kind of slide sideways as well. So yeah, it's something to be aware of from all the guys racing tonight. The second race, I just performed a normal start procedure, and that seemed to work fine. But
yeah, just unlucky there in the Joker.
Yeah, that's racing, and that's how it goes sometimes. But you know, you got to take these things on the chin, move forward, look forward. I've still got one round of qualifying, and definitely these guys.
And it's not completely over. I mean, we've seen some of the fast guys struggling here, so I mean, you could still take the final win. So who knows? It's all to play for.
I'm saving it for the final, mate. Saving it for the final. But these guys, it's good pack of cars there. Berries, Kento, that's alongside him.
We're hoping to break the curse because the fans want to see a 6-car race. We haven't seen one in a long time.
Ali's learnt his lesson from his previous qualifying, so he's going to be on the ball. Everyone else, I think, now is really switched on, and we're going to have an epic race here. I can feel it.
Berries has got a good start position there, so he'll be happy with that one. It almost
Everyone's
looked like
away.
That was an epic start there from Kenny. It almost looked too quick. I almost wanted to say he jumped it again, but he's managed to. Ooh, just comes together there
just
with Ali. I think he's sort of saved it though. He's held on to third. So we've got Berries in the lead, Dusty in second, the two teammates.
Ooh,
Kenny
out
wide again. Palm also wide, so Ali is up into third, but Kenny on the inside. Can he get the position back here?
The person gaining from this is the one that jokered at the start,
which
Kento.
was Kento.
Yeah,
and I think he's avoided all other cars. He's just had open track, so he's as long as he keeps it clean here, he's looking like he could have a good run.
Could really have a good run here, but Dusty not too far away from Berries. These two cars seem very similar, matched on pace, don't they? And lines as well. Look at that. They're both using exactly the same line.
Using as much of the track as they can without running it wide. Ali not too bad either. He's not falling too far off, considering he did sort of have a bit of a battle with some of the guys to get his way through there.
Kento is already in front of Kenny, so Kenny's had another mistake somewhere.
No, Kenny took his Joker now, that's why. So Kenny took the Joker, but it wasn't enough.
Apologies there.
Yeah, Kenny took it, and it obviously just wasn't enough because Kento had clear track up to that point. But they both get ahead of Ali. It's Ali with the yellow grill there, but no, it's side by side. Ali and Kenny sending it sideways. Now it's 3 cars wide, and that's Kento. Oh no!
Contact.
So unlucky there for Kento. Oh no!
Kento's stuck.
Oh, same issue I had in hell. I know that issue. So I hope he can get off there. That'll be terrible if he can't. Everything was going his way until that point.
Berry's doing. He's just clipped the bank.
But he's got enough time there, so he's out in front. I think Kento hasn't got off of that crate there. We're going to see him on the way past. Yeah, he's still stuck. I had that same issue in the lights in hell, and it's not cool. Not cool at all.
A lot of action in this one for 6 cars to be out on track. Ali still on a comfortable 3rd place, I'd say now. 4 seconds, 5 seconds in front of Kenny Shep. Kenny Shep obviously having a lot of damage. Palm, we haven't seen a lot of him in this race, but picked up some damage there. And
he has picked up damage, but I think he wasn't really involved in that 3-car battle, so he has managed to gain a little bit from what happened there, I think.
Definitely. Race complete.
Berries won, Dusty 2nd, Ali in 3rd, Kenny in 4th, Palm in 5th, and I think Kento didn't get to finish because he was stuck on the barriers, so that is unfortunate.
Now you've got to say that is epic racing from Rallycross. That is action-packed. The camera couldn't keep up with everything, and that is what Rallycross is about.
We couldn't keep up with anything either.
Nope.
How was three cars wide into that one turn?
Yeah, it's. I mean, like, you've got to bear in mind it's 3 cars. There's 600 brake horsepower, no traction control, no ABS. I mean,
And they're sideways.
it's an epic proportion to ask for 3 cars to come out of that corner, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's. You can take any GT racing, but it's not as action packed as Rallycross. I'm going to call that.
Well, I managed to avoid the chaos there.
Massive,
yeah. Well done,
massive
mate.
chaos.
Well done.
But we've got Radtech Racing again, and we've got Barry's back on cameras now.
I shall leave you guys to it.
Good luck. I hope it's better than you've had.
Enjoy the
Probably
last
won't
one.
be, but you know.
Can't get any worse.
It's all up from here.
Yeah, shame.
All right.
It's
So
been the best mouth of racing.
couple of the guys having some serious bad luck tonight. But what's been weird is that some of it has been the guys that you wouldn't usually see have such a bad run. Like we've seen Kenny having some serious issues, and he needs points to catch Dusty in the championship fight. So he'll be a bit stressed about that, I think. And anyways, so going into now race 1 of qualifying 4, we have Ali, we have Ratek, we have Marquerti, we should have Eric if he's around, and TKB. TKB, Ratek, Ali, and Marquerti. We're just going to check to see if Eric is around, because if he doesn't race this one, he's not racing the semis, unfortunately.
We're just going to have a last look to see if he can hopefully arrive.
I'm just checking my messages here. It's unfortunate that he never resolved the issue from 2 weeks before. We hope that he gets it resolved before the end of the championship, because it would be nice to see him at least do one round. Because that's also, he would be coming in another polo. We haven't seen a lot of the polo this season.
We've been missing them this season.
Yeah, I think this could be the first one we've seen. Oh no, sorry, the second one. I think very early in the season we saw a purple one for a race, but that one vanished quite quickly. But it looks like I'm not getting a response here, so we can't wait forever, unfortunately. I think we might just have to go for it.
It's a shame.
Sorry about that, Eric, but we hope to get you back racing soon. I am getting some messages saying they're coming through on YouTube, but I don't see them on YouTube. So that's weird. Maybe they'll come through later on YouTube.
What are your chat's messages not coming through?
On YouTube, so it says that there's 4 messages, but I only see your 2.
I'm also only seeing Matu.
Yeah.
That is strange.
Anyways, but let's get this race underway.
I'm just loading up some temporary points here.
Also, just while we load in, I suppose I can just run through what the championship points are so that the guys know how close the fight is. So we've got Dusty leading the championship right now in the supercars. He's got 263 points, and Kenny is hot on his tail there with 256 points. It was much closer before in Brands, but that jump start in the final hurt Kenny a bit, and it's dropped him a bit further back, but we know how quickly that can change. It just takes one bad round and Yeah, I mean, Kenny's still in the fight.
Yep. With the provisional standings at the moment, we're looking at myself in first. Then we've got TK Bears in second place, so he's having a good run.
So I
And
think
then
just a
Peter's
couple
third.
of people's misfortunes helping him out there quite a lot.
Yeah, and his consistency is helping him.
Definitely. He's on the front there in that polo. I think him and Ratek going to take the Joker. So let's see if this Joker goes more smoothly for Ratek.
Yep, nice and safe so long. There we go, that looks decent. There we go.
Yeah,
That's a nice clean Joker lap from both of them.
it definitely is. It might have been a bit slow there. I think Ratek could have got through it a bit quicker, but just held up slightly. So let's see if, as long as they don't make mistakes, it could have been a good move from them to take it early.
Yeah.
The two Fords out on track. We've got Ali leading this race right now. So he stays out on the standard lap. I think that's also a good strategy from them. If they feel they can go fast, you want to keep an open track as long as you can. But it looks like TK Bear could be closing that gap down a bit.
He definitely is. It's below 4 seconds now. He's within the Joker lap difference.
He seems to be going a lot faster than he was earlier on in the night. So I think he's definitely figured it out again.
He was doing a couple laps of sneaky practice between the races. I heard it.
Most likely, and he's sort of on the pace again, which is good to see.
He's doing very well.
So we can see Mark Quirty there. He goes into the Joker. I don't know if it's going to be enough though to hold off
I don't think it is.
TK Bear. No, TK Bear got through there. So TK Bear up into second place. Ali's still yet to Joker. We can see Ratek with some damage, so he's had something go wrong for him.
Taking the Joker again.
It is very odd to see him take it the second time.
I think he must have probably messed up the first corner.
Yeah, he could have just messed up. He probably took too much curb or something going over that last corner, and it sometimes spins you wide there.
Yep.
Ali takes the Joker now. Is it going to be enough to hold off TK Bear though?
I think this is going to be a close one.
He's left it to the last lap, which is the right thing to do, but they're going to come out pretty much side by side. Ali just holds on to it there. We've got TK Bear. Is he going to look for a move before the end? He does. Ali holds on to it though. But what has happened to TK Bear? Oh, he's lost it to Makweti.
Yeah.
So a little bit too eager there, and just pays off more for Ali than it did for him, and also for Makweti, who's managed to work his way back into second place in this race. So it just shows the consistency there of Makweti as well to hold on to the end. Ratek full send now. Over the line he goes. He looked like he had quite a bit of damage though. We didn't quite see what gave him all that damage, but it didn't look like his car was in good condition at all.
Yeah, I think he was struggling a little bit there.
Which I've noticed on the Audis. The Audis don't seem to get as damaged as some of the other cars do.
Or they do struggle. You start losing a lot of time if you do get too much damage with them. But it's mainly just a stability thing though. As soon as they get damaged, especially the suspension, the car just becomes very undrivable.
Yeah, they don't look like the model of the car doesn't look like it gets a lot of damage though. Like a lot of the other cars, like the Mini looks like it takes a lot of damage. The Citroen I've seen with quite a bit, and the Ford can look like it's quite damaged because it always loses the bumpers and stuff. But the Audi usually holds itself together quite well. I guess just suspension damage is the issue with that one.
Yeah.
But anyways, heading into the final supercar race here for tonight. We do have lights afterwards in a stream that will come on just after. So once this stream ends, don't think it's the end. There will be more racing. But final race of the supers now. We have Dusty, Kenny, Berries, Kento, Palm, and Matsutsi.
Going to be another epic battle right the way through there.
It is. So that was an unfortunate race once again for you, Mark. Luckily there was a lot of action ahead of you, so we focused on that and tried not to.
Did you clock how many times I took a joker?
You took it definitely more than once. We said that you took it twice.
Three times out of 4 laps, I took a joker because I hit the bump wrong and it just sent me down.
That's what I thought.
Was...
That's what I thought. Is you hit that bump wrong on the last corner before the line, and it can throw you.
Yeah, so I've made every mistake that you could possibly make in Rallycross tonight, except for not taking my joker. I've took that many times.
Sure.
I've made up for it for the rest of the season.
You've missed it 2 other times in the season,
exactly.
So you've taken.
I've made up for it.
Yeah.
So them penalties should be revoked. So.
Anyway, so we've got, I think, everyone here. So I'm just going to read through one more time. It should be Dusty. We've got Dusty. We've got Kenny. We have Barry's there. We've got Kento. No, we don't have Kento. No, we do. No, we've got Marquerti who needs to go. So that Kento can join, because our lobby was full. Apologies for that, Kento.
Yeah.
His own teammate didn't want him to join. Kento, Palm, and Matsutsi. And that is everyone.
Enjoy the last race, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
Best of luck, mate. Best of luck. Have a good one. Don't forget to take the joke, but not more than once.
All 4 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can win with all 4 laps, you do get extra bonus points, but
yeah.
It's
like
not
the
recommended.
that you get for going sideways.
Yeah.
That's it.
We
Yeah,
definitely need to start style points, because I'm not getting points doing the normal races. But yeah, so we're going into the last race of Supers for tonight, and I think at this point Berries is probably hoping that Kenny and Dusty give him an easy win again, but knowing those two guys, I don't think it'll be the
would
case.
you be saying Berries is looking the stronger contender throughout the night so far?
Well,
from what I've seen.
He did sort of preliminary sort of standings earlier, and he was leading, and actually TK Bear was in second at that point.
Epic job, epic return from TK Bear.
Yeah, so just showing consistency throughout the night, I think, where some of the other guys have just had a couple mistakes on their runs. But I'm not sure how it's going to be after his last run. He made a couple mistakes there and lost some ground. So,
but still, a massive return to Rallycross.
Definitely.
We know how difficult it can be.
And he was looking strong actually until he had a bit of contact. He came together with another car, which lost him a position there. But he was looking stronger than he was earlier. So I'd say he's been getting stronger as the night's been going on.
Another one that I'd like to see on this one, been given Palm.
Yes.
I don't think he's had a strong night tonight so far. It would be nice to have a good finish for him for the rest of the night.
And starting there in the front, it gives him a good opportunity here.
Oh, Kenny twitched there, but he's got away with it.
He did that in the race before this as well. He's right on the edge, but Dusty up the inside. Side by side, are they going to make a mistake? They seem to be holding it. Kenny's going to drop in, I think, behind.
Palm's still in that 3rd place at the moment.
Just holding onto it. Kenny runs it wide.
Kenny's going out wide.
So Palm into second, and Kenny gets over. Into 3rd.
Dusty right on his bumper.
Barry's in 4th. Barry's in 5th, and he hasn't taken his joker yet. Only Kento's taken the joker. So Kento's using that same strategy he used earlier, which, as long as he doesn't have contact, might pay off. Full sideways from Palm, but he recovers. He goes joker right now.
Committed through that section. Just runs a little wide, but
Barry's
under control.
Directly behind him.
Ooh, just heavy contact.
He's managed to sort of recover from it. Palm. Barry's behind him. Barry's still sitting in 5th, but he has taken his joker. The 2 cars ahead have taken it as well. Kento up into 3rd place, and he's taken that joker. So
Matsutsi into 2nd place, but under pressure
I think
from
at
Kento,
this point, Kento's going to hope that Matsutsi takes that joker, because he'll be a bit worried to have some contact. But Matsutsi, on the other hand, he might be thinking to himself, if he just holds his position, which no, he
Diving
takes
for
his
his
Joker.
Joker.
You see, he could have thought if he just waits it out that maybe Kento makes a mistake, because he knows if he takes
Good
that
Joker
Joker,
there from Matsuti.
it was, but it has dropped him into 5th place now. I see
see
side
that
by
pack
side there
just
with
behind.
Palm and Berries. So Palm really giving a fight there to Berries.
Up the inside of Berries, but he's not going to have the inside for this next turn. I think he just scrubbed a bit too much speed off, but running that.
Using the
rear
whole track
tyres.
there. And what's happened to Kenny? Kenny down into 5th. And it doesn't show that Kenny's taken his Joker.
Not yet, no, neither on my screen, but I'm sure he has, because he hasn't died for it this time round, so I'm sure he's done his Joker. But then so has most people.
Yeah,
Dusty's
Dusty's taken
coming
it.
out of
Kento,
the Joker. Again, I thought he jokered.
he might have had the same issue as you then, but
Yeah,
you can
quite
just
possibly.
see that Berries gets a bit of a nudge there and he's off track, so Kento back into 2nd. Looks like Kenny's found his way back into 3rd.
Too much action on track. Kenny's
Well, he's
slowing,
run it wide.
He's out wide.
He's run it wide again, so
He's out wide, so
Matt
Dusty takes
Sutsi
the win.
in 3rd. Kento just hits the barriers on the final corner, but he holds on to 2nd because other guys have made a
Look at
mistake.
the
Look
pack,
at the
look at
cars
the
there.
pack.
Carlo comes over in 3rd. Palm in 4th.
Palm in
Berries
fourth,
in
Berries in
5th. And
fifth.
who was at the back there? That must have been
Oh,
Kenny.
Kenny, yeah, ran out wide as we saw him. We heard the engine revs die, so whether he'd had an issue there, I'm sure we'll get informed later on, but that was an epic pack coming round that fast corner downhill. I mean, that was commitment by everybody. Fair play to them. Dusty been taking a win though. He'll be happy with that. Championship points, he needed that.
So I think
Kento,
a couple of the
second
guys
place.
also, they'll be a bit frustrated with their runs tonight, but to be honest, some of the action we've seen on here has been incredible. For a spectator, it's been a good night.
yeah,
But,
definitely.
uh,
That's what it's all about. It's putting on a show for the spectators. So
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind my results. You know, it happens. It happens. You got to take it on the chin, don't you? Rallycross. It's
But I mean, we've seen a couple of the guys. They've really taken the fight to who you would assume would be the faster guys. So I mean, I
feel
reckon
that as well.
when we get to the semi-finals and the finals, I still think anything can happen. I don't think it's decided yet.
It's so mixed. It's so mixed. The what you'd say the stronger guys have had poor performances, bad results, kind of contact or something on track, which has just put them out wide. I mean, this is anybody's going into them semi-finals and finals. It's going to be great to watch.
Anyways, so that sums up this stream for now, but catch us in the lights cars for the next one, which will be up in a couple minutes, so don't go anywhere. Cheers for now.